Hi, this is Gilgamesh again. I want to talk about this documentary I saw on Rumble, you know, and it's called Died Suddenly. And it tells you, yeah, pretty much what caused a lot of the, health issues, these blood clots. It's really, if you have like young children, do not let them watch this. There's a point in this documentary where they go into a cadaver, a corpse, and they're in the veins. They're pulling out these blood clots, and one's really long. It's kind of grotesque. There's a heart that's beating at one point, and then they cut into it, and they're pulling out, and one of the blood clots breaks, and all this fluid comes out. It's just when the guy goes to a doctor, I think it might be his doctor, you can see his legs discolored because not getting enough. They do an MRI and his leg lights up with blood clots, and he has one. I think he has a blood clot in his face and in his shoulder. I mean, and it shows you what's caused all the issues and the problems, like the deaths and everything. And they go thoroughly through this, and it's worth watching if you really want to see the truth about what's caused all these heart attacks, babies that have had heart attacks and died inside their mother's wombs. It's all here. They show you the death rate of like which countries had the highest due to this. These vaccines that are not vaccines. They're and they were and I've got another thing here I'm going to go through in another video about, this study that this whole thing that's come out. Yeah, they show you these blood clots. I mean, what they look like when they've been out of the body for a while, and how they basically take the form of your vein. Yeah, and these things cause people to have strokes. They can cause you to have a heart attack. These things, and yeah, so when you talk about myocarditis and stuff, they get into this. I mean, you have, yeah. And so it's like, yeah. And they go thoroughly through this whole thing. It's one to really watch. And like I said, it's on Rumble, so you should go and check it out. It's unsettling what this whole thing is. Yeah. And it's really not even that long. It's 69 minutes long, but it's worth watching. And it's just these guys go through and show you the evidence of what's been killing people, and they do. And this is usually morticians at the beginning are talking about what they found when they did autopsy, when they went through these bodies, preparing them for, what they found, these blood clots and everything. It's so, yeah, it makes your skin crawl. The fact that they were lying about, this for so long and covering it up, and how, people are now not afraid to talk about it. And, yeah. So, yeah, this thing basically goes through a lot. And it's 69 minutes worth watching. And like I said, you don't eat anything because you're going to see stuff that's going to make you go, ugh. Yeah, and it'll make your skin crawl knowing that you could get these in your system. I'm lucky I didn't, but I'm not getting any more of this shit in my system. And so yeah, I refuse to take any more of this, but I wanted to promote this because it's important to watch it. It's on Rumble, and yeah, it's really one of those things that everybody should watch it. Not young children, but if you have teenage kids and everything, you should possibly consider sitting down and watching this with them, so so that they can get an understanding of what's really going on with these supposed vaccines that were only approved because of the pandemic. They were never thoroughly tested, and so yeah, of course they try to deny this by saying, oh, it promotes false claims of, yeah, of course, this Wikipedia is garbage. I just wanted to show, yeah. But this thing, of course, Wikipedia is going to lie and say it's all about conspiracy theories. They literally pull blood clots out of a dead person. Yeah. And they show somebody's body, literally their leg and everything lighting up from these blood clots that they find on an MRI scan. Get the fuck out of here, Wikipedia and the rest of you pieces of shit that lied about this. And we know from, that people died from this stuff. But more or less they died because of these blood clots that developed because these things were not thoroughly tested, like vetted and everything, and gone through the proper, to make sure they were safe to use. These were rushed through because Donald Trump wanted a win. So he gave the drug companies, because this was done under emergency powers because of the pandemic, they didn't have to go through the proper channels to get this shit out. And so, yeah. And then Joe Biden gets in and continues the same thing. And you have people, young people dying from this, babies dying from it. And so now the real truth is coming out that these things cause blood clots, which, can cause you to have a stroke, paralyze your face. It can cause your heart to stop. If your heart doesn't get enough, you'll have a heart attack. And that also, I think, is what, causes, what they call myocarditis, where your heart can't get enough, I think beats really fast but can't slow down because it's not getting enough blood. So it causes your heart to stop. And that's what people are dropping dead from. So yeah, this is something that people should watch. Because honestly, it's one of the most unsettling things to find out that these things grew in people's veins. And they were only really, unless you go to the doctor and you like that MRI, you won't know you have these or any problem till it's too late. So yeah, go to your doctor if you think you're having issues and find out. And then they can I think they can do surgery to remove the blood clots while you're still alive, so that you don't suffer any consequences. But yeah, talk to your But yeah, this documentary is worth watching, and I highly recommend it for everyone to see. This is Gilgamesh, and I will talk to you later. Bye.